What is up, Earth, Sphere, citizens, and rebel colonists? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are concluding our adventures through Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Last time, the war waged on between the Gundam pilots and Zex. Hildy stole data from the Libra and informed the Peacemillion crew. Hiro is also informed that Relena is on the Libra. In this conclusion, Treize and Wufei fight, as well as Zex and Hiro. The Gundam engineers also try to stop the Libra. So let's get into this. One thing that I forgot to mention last episode is that the majority of the mobile dolls have been upgraded to the Virgo 2. The WF-02MD Virgo 2 is the evolution of the Virgo mobile doll and takes features from both the Mercurius and the V8. It uses the planet defensors just like Mercurius. Planet defensors are the closest thing to funnels in this universe thus far, and creates an electromagnetic force field. Other weapons include a beam rifle, a beam saber, and a mega beam cannon. As Treize prepares his forces for Earth, he looks up at the mobile suit, the Tallgeese 2. The OZ-00MS2 Tallgeese 2 was built specifically for Treize. Unlike the original Tallgeese, the face of this mobile suit resembles the Gundam. Although certain sections of the Tallgeese 2 were made of Gundanium alloy, the mobile suit's basic performance was unchanged from the original Tallgeese. The Dober, like the original Tallgeese, utilizes a cartridge system and can take out mobile suits with a single shot. Other weapons include a shield, a beam saber, and in Glory of the Losers, a heat saber. Lady Un is still in a coma. Meanwhile, in Luxembourg, Oz soldiers find Hiro's regular wing Gundam that he left behind. He wonders who will pilot this thing. Don't mind that we just cut to a shot of Lady Un. I'm sure that won't play into this. Hiro goes to save Relena. Choa tells Wufei to not be sexist around Relena if he decides to save her. Hiro crash lands onto the Libra and sneaks away as Oz soldiers goes to put out the fires. Zex is certain that it is Hiroyui. Hiro frees Relena from the room, and they go to pay Zex a visit. He was waiting for them. He wonders why Hiro doesn't lead White Fang, as he is from the colonies. They should be teaming up. Zex believes that he can achieve peace through this war, but Relena doesn't want him to resort to violence to achieve his goals. There really is no meat on this bone. They realize that they are talking to a hologram, and they depart back to the Peacemillion. Suddenly, Lady Un awakes from her coma. Treize contacts Zex. He challenges Miliardo to a duel to decide the fate of the world. Zex says no, which Dorothy wasn't expecting. Chivalry no longer has any meaning to him. They fire the cannon at the Tallgeese 2. He also restrains Dorothy for being a traitor. Treize rushes towards the Libra. Zex fires the cannon. Before getting hit, Wing Gundam pushes him out of the way. The Gundam is destroyed, except for the cockpit, of course. Treize realizes it is Lady Un.
Lady, what did you do that for?
I always forget that Lady is Lady Un's first name. Both Treize and Zex send out forces. Lady Un is watching from MO2. She doesn't have her glasses, so she is in her nice persona. Hiro has no intention in fighting against Zex or Treize and wants to let them kill each other. Duo notes that the Libra has to fix their cannon every time they fire it, so it gives Earth and Treize some time. It seems that the main threat right now is Libra and White Fang. Everyone but Hiro launches and joins the battle. Zex joins in Epion along with a few Libras. They fight the Gundams. Zex now has the Sturm und Drang from the Mercurius and is able to block beam attacks no problem. He keeps going after Catra as he knows he is the leader. Kantz notes that MO2 is doing nothing during the battle and thinks it is just a supply depot for their base of operations. MO2 is a former mining asteroid floating around Earth. It has been completely mined out and left to orbit. Treize is currently using it as a base of operation during this attack. The Peacemillion realizes that the Libra will just bypass MO2 and aim their cannons directly towards Earth. Howard and Sally Poe decide to evacuate the crew and crash the ship into the Libra. Zex realizes their plan and heads out for the Peacemillion. The Gundams chase after him. That is when Noin blocks Zex. She doesn't want to fight him, but she refuses to shoot him. Zex rushes and takes the sword to Noin, but he stops his attack. He retreats for now. Peacemillion rams into Libra's main cannons. Mike Howard and the remaining bridge crew are still alive. Kantz's voice actor really gives an elementary school level performance.
This is the end for Libra.
That's David McKay. He played Cameron Bloom in the original series. He wasn't that bad, but I'm always looking for an excuse to use the Mirai flips off Cameron Bloom scene. Hit it. Hiro and Relena are still on board the Libra. He needs to get back to zero. Kance tells Zex that the Libra is still 70% operational. Also, Sally Poe tells Catra that everyone is okay, but the Peace Million is dead in the water. No one apparently got hurt in this giant collision in the middle of a war. And they say Seed has invincible plot armor. The Gundam pilots will try to destroy the Libra from within. Wufei goes off on his own. Noin also goes off on her own. Catra, Troa, and Duo split up and search for Hiro and Relena. Catra runs into Dorothy. Duo runs into the Gundam engineers. They tell him that they were the ones that built the fault into the Libra's cannons. Duo wishes he never found these guys. Relena wants to talk to Zex one more time. Hiro heads back and gets in Wing 0. Noin goes to be by Zex's side. Dorothy calls Catra the most misguided of all the Gundam pilots. Wufei and Treize and the Tallgeese begin fighting. Treize says that the mobile dolls allow humanity to fight at the push of a button. Remember, he is an honorable nobleman who doesn't even use ranged weapons. As he puts it, when humanity resorts to such methods of fighting, God no longer lends a helping hand. Wufei is tired of his speeches. Duo wonders what the Gundam engineers are up to. They want Duo to take them to the Peace Million to change it in Libra's course. They want to put a stop to Zex's plan. Kance is informed that the Libra will create a 6,000 megaton explosion. A nuclear bomb has about 50 megatons, and the colony drop on Australia was about 60,000 megatons, or 60 gigatons, just to give you some relative scope of Libra's destruction. So bigger than a nuke, but merely a fraction of a colony. Regardless, it is enough to create nuclear winter. Kance also understands that if Peace Million's thrusters are used, it can ruin their plan. Relena doesn't want Hiro to go fight while White Fang is on the verge of losing this battle. But he knows that both Zex and Treize will never stop fighting, which is why he must fight. By fighting, he stops the fighting. Huh? He says that this is the only thing that he could do for her. Remember when he wanted to kill her? Good times. Hiro launches in Wing 0. Dorothy shows Catra the mobile doll control system. He recognizes that it uses the Zero system. Dorothy's desire to fight is what drives the mobile dolls. He doesn't want to fight if he has to, but he begins a fencing duel. All while Dorothy is controlling the mobile dolls. Something something family honor, something something fighting for vengeance. Thrust, jab, swing. Sally Poe, Relena, and Mike Howard make their way to MO2 on a shuttle. Duo and Troa say their farewells as they go on their own separate missions. Duo gets the Gundam engineers to Death Scythe. He regrets picking up the Gundam engineers as he runs into many mobile dolls. The Magwanac Corps assists in the battle in their Magwanacs. Dorothy suggests that Catra should have staged his own coup with the Colonists like Zex. She goes on a survival of the fittest rant. Treize says that Wufei should be like Cisco and unleash the dragon, but he wants to make it an even battle. Wufei asks rhetorically how many people died for him, but Treize gives him an exact answer. He even gets Lady Un to give him an update on how many people died currently in this battle. Treize says that he remembers the name of every one of his men who died. And I call bullshit because that number was 99,927 people. No one could remember that many names. He says none of them died in vain, and he rushes in. Wufei uses his beam trident and stabs Treize, expecting him to retaliate, but Treize didn't attack. Wufei kills Treize, not expecting to win this battle. Damn you, Treize, I was the one who wanted to die pointlessly in this battle. It was supposed to be me. Lady Un tells her men to declare defeat, even though White Fang is victorious. They plan on still ramming Libra into Earth. The only person who may actually be able to stop the ship is Hiro. Wing 0 approaches Epion. Noin is still watching as Zex and Hiro fight. She realizes that Zex intends to die here on the battlefield as a way to pay for his sins of humanity. That's such a Char thing to do. Lady Un wants to destroy all the mobile suits under Treize's plan once they come back from the battlefield. Sally Poe and the gang make it back to realize that this was Treize's plan towards peace the whole time. The drama queen Lady Un goes, "Kill me, please." Relena looks her in the eyes with a stern face and says, "Peace?" Lady Un says, "You're right. I won't kill myself today." Duo drops off the engineers on the Libra and continues fighting. Troa heads to the Libra to find that Catra has been injured by Dorothy in their duel. Catra tells him to save Dorothy and leave him. Troa also looks him in the eyes and without hesitation says, "Bros before hoes." The two leave Dorothy to fend for herself. Duo is slicing through mobile dolls when they stop moving. He meets up with Catra and Troa. Lady Un contacts Noin and asks if she could transmit her camera feed. She says she doesn't take orders from her anymore. Lady says it's okay, I peace now. I guess that's all Noin needed. She transmits her camera feed of the two fighting. Relena then transmits a message to the people of Earth. They show Noin's camera feed, and Lady Un says that none of you matter in this world. All that matters is this fight right here. Your life is meaningless. The engineers are programming a change in the ship's course when Kantz shoots Dr. J. Kantz blames them for interrupting Operation Meteor. Professor J says they are going to interfere one last time and pushes a button on the console. Kantz shoots and kills the Gundam engineers, but Professor J sets off an explosion, changing the trajectory and killing Kantz in the process. The ship begins to change course. However, a section of the Libra has broken apart and is still falling towards Earth. At that time, the colonists denounce White Fang and wish to work with Earth to achieve peace. They also apologize for being fence-sitters while almost 100,000 people died.
Also like to apologize for the suffering endured by many people as a result of our unclear stance.
The Gundams go in to destroy the falling pieces of Libra while Zex and Hiro continue their fight. The two mobile suits do a Star Wars. Classic. Hiro takes out Zex's arm. He wants Hiro to kill him, but he says Relena would be sad. He is inside the falling piece and can destroy it from the inside. The Magwanat Corps comes in to assist Catra as they try to take out the falling debris. Hiro makes it to the core, but he is out of weapons. All he has left is his favorite button, the self-destruct button. Before pushing it, Zex comes in and says, "You aren't dying here today. I am. Wild card!" He stabs the core of the remaining Libra. It begins exploding. Hiro has access to his Buster rifle, so the remaining Gundams and the Magwanat Corps all retreat. Hiro gets ahead of the piece and takes aim as he begins entering Earth's atmosphere. He steadies his aim as the Zero system reaches its highest levels. He fires, taking out the falling piece. Everyone looks on at the explosion. Hiro comes out of the light. He survived. Hiro says, mission complete. After Colony 195 is nearing a close, and the formation of the new Earth Sphere United Nation is passed between Earth and the colonies. On Earth, Dorothy wonders why Noin never visits Milliardo's grave. She says it is because she knows he is still out there. Amongst the Earth Sphere United Nation, Relena becomes the new Vice Foreign Minister, doing what she does best. Peace. It's always peace. As she boards a plane, she sees a letter left by Hiro. He tries to sneak away, but he sees Relena. She tears his letter, just as he once did. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. I have no idea how this was my favorite show as a child. This was a rough one, and I am starting to realize most of my love for this show comes from Endless Waltz. But that is where we are heading next in the After Colony universe. We move forward a year to the end of AC 196 and the beginning of AC 197. We learn about Troa Barton. Nope, not that guy. The real Troa Barton. Yep, that's the guy. And we will also meet a supposed daughter of Treize who wants to bring back war. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, peace, 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 peace. Peace.